Hello, fellow Factorians, and welcome back to my challenge run. During the last episode, I decided to switch from heading toward trains to do a little detour toward mining productivity. That meant that I had some big gap of time to focus on increasing the stuff that I had in the base so that when I hit logistics, I'm just going faster. Logistics is really going to need a lot more research rate, especially since the devs bumped up every technology cost after Pi 1. So I will also have to increase the amount of hands-off time. Speaking of hands-off time, there was nearly 5 hours of it, and that did get us mining productivity 1 and almost all the way to mining productivity 2. Science went beautifully, shockingly enough, for such a long period of time. And it gave me some time to lay down the blueprints that I will want to work on to just do more expansion during this episode. So I expect that it's going to be a lot of time lapse of me just building out stuff that you've at least partially or mostly seen before. I did find a few things that I want to do that are more minor but off the beaten track. So with such an exciting intro, sorry, let's just jump into the episode and see what I end up building. So, lots of things to do. Let's look at my task list. Very little work in the Bootstrap base. This I'm going to work on a lot for the 720-480 plan. I want to build out this build, that build, this build, and maybe work on this latex build down here. Looks like it's about time to go into hands-on mode. So I'm going to get into fixes first, although before I could do that, I want to save up the soil that I've got collected. I'm going to have to make a lot of sap trees soon, so might as well have a big buffer ready. Let's run up here. This is the first item I want to fix. That gravel should be running down the line, although it turned out not to really matter because I built up on antimony before I made that mistake. So let's get to work more. All the next fixes are going to be in the science base. First item I want to do is there's a problem. Well, not a problem. I'm making slightly more Rauks than I need to, which is great because it means that science runs cleanly, but is kind of a waste because I could be using them to make even more science. So what I'm going to do, and what I should have done a while ago, is add a little bit of circuit control to decide whether, if this buffer is full, well, I guess I can go ahead and do a little bit more science. Let's find a place to tuck these Rauks. You can dump them out here. So I'm going to put the storage level of Rauks on the circuit network, and that'll help let me decide if I can run a little bit more science. Also, while I'm right here, I can fix this missing pipe. And that's this item and this item. I can run over here and fix this. Got a couple of missing inserters and pipes inside of my steam production area, which probably has been a problem for a while, but I might as well go ahead and fix them now. Let me find them. Easier to see them on the map. Yeah, they are. I want to switch this lane around. I noticed that the lane I had it routed toward was mostly full anyway, so better to put it someplace where it can really be used. So I'm going to adjust the routing here a little bit and put it to good use. Because as you can see, even with some mining productivity going on, I'm losing miners. This patch is down to about a third of its initial start. All right. Yeah, now this pretty dead line is going to get a little bit of a boost from down here. What next? What next? Check the task list. Switch the iron lane. Haven't done the more rock buffering. I will do these two in a minute. Fix the missing pipe lane. Add a bit more to latex build and speed up inserters. I will do that a little bit later. fix the pipe. Oh, I'll do this. So all 3 items that I can do, except for I did want to set up a latex depot, so I'll do that. I want to switch my latex over to being depotted because I'm going to have another latex build, so I might as well have a centralized location for it. So we'll just set up a quick depot with caravan outpost. All right, and that is done. So before I head off to do more tasks off my task list, I want to prep and get ready to build all of these builds out, because the thing I want to do is over here, so might as well save a little bit of running. And I'm going to do something slightly different for fun. Since I'm going to have such a huge amount of things that I want to build out there, I'm going to have a caravan that is going to go pre-placed and filled with items to help me build that stuff. So I'm going to fill him up with belts and inserters and so on and so forth. And that's going to help me make sure that I have all the items that I want. But even kind of like, I could have him set to follow me, but I think it's easier if I have him just tell him to go someplace first. We'll even give him some power poles. All right. And then have him go to a destination. So he can go right here and wait. Now I can start building buildings and actually like getting ready to do the work. So be back after I've at least gotten over there. All right, there. I think I've sufficiently depleted my bootstrap base of resources. I'm running around with 60-odd slots worth of stuff, well, more than that, to build, as well as that caravan I sent off, who's going to be super useful. So, and then before I even do that, I'm going to do a couple of those fixes. Okay, first fix is over here. I want to reroute this water line to not be here so that I can run molten glass past this row. That's the way I've got it set up there, so I'm just doing it for symmetry's sake. So I'm going to fix this. I also want to go ahead and do that change to make this area do a bit more research if I have enough routes. So let's do that. Alright, that's fixed. Now this research lab, last one in the stack, and the one that would push the latex system while the Vraux found over the margin is only going to run if I've got some Vraux buffered. Great. A tiny bit more research, maybe a couple percentage points more, but every bit counts. So let's get to work on building this copper site out. Nothing special here, it's just a continuation of what I've been doing before. So I will just get to work on it, although it's kind of clear that I'm running out at the edges here, which is why I put those miners down like that, so that I could kind of burn out the edges. And all right, and that is the copper build done. I'm not sure what I think about this copper gravel. It kind of the sand dunes bleed through it, and it's not the greatest look, but it does at least match the build. And you know, like, I'm not clever enough to come up with a better paint scheme than just matching copper to copper, I guess. So yeah, looks like that's ready to go. Here, friendly caravan, you can go to a new location. Let's send you over here. And yeah, you can help me build out this other area. So I'm going to be back after I've done slamming down this thing. It's going to be a little bit. Alright, I have a big chunk of this done, but it looks like I slightly messed up something in Pi 1, so I'm going to go fix that. I can see what the issue is. Yeah, just didn't fully connect the water line that I was adjusting. Annoying. Okay, be right back. Alright, that's fixed, and hopefully we'll catch up soon. But yeah, a little issue there. Back to work. Okay, and this build is fully completed, except I'm not going to put in the native flora collectors because they just end up spoiling native flora. I don't need the extra automation science at the moment until I can actually push up Pi 1. And I guess I will set up some caravans to deliver some bricks and ash, but yeah, pretty good. My little helper guy was really actually quite helpful because otherwise I would have ran out for a couple of ingredients. So glad I did that. Now I'm going to go back and prep to build this out. And yeah, Pi 1 is caught up. Awesome. In fact, even the interruption is now okay because I would just end up buffering slightly more Rauks, and then those Rauks will get used up. So I'm happy about this. Relatively minor change, but I do like my little minor efficiencies. So yeah, I'm going to prep to build out all of that, and this little bit as well. I'm adding that little bit because it means that the belts that feed seaweed and stone will be fully consumed. So yeah, just feels good. And then it'll make 3 latex per second from that stack, and then the new one will also make 3 latex per second. most of the way done with this build. I will have to run back and make a few more soil extractors, but I just expended a full stack of item canisters, and that always feels kind of satisfying to know that you've put down like 2,000 entities. Alright, and that's most of this latex build done. I don't quite have the seaweed farms done yet, and I need to hook up all the pipes that I don't actually want to do right now because I don't need this functional. But in the near future, as soon as I get Braux Mark II, I should be able to create a pretty massive bump in science. So let's look at... actually, it did not expend as much time as I expected, which is a rare. I usually, I'm like, oh no, I've used up so much time doing this stuff. I don't want to hook up this stone line until I have train tracks. Let's knock off my task list. Did those. Had a bit more latex build. Did that. Fix Pi 1 water pipes. Did that. Set up the latex depot. So, I don't want to do stone mining until I have train tracks. Which will be, yeah, I've got time somehow. Oh, there's a thing I didn't do. I'm missing some electric miners. Let me go fill those in. I'll be back soon. Okay, and I filled in miners and also set up the last 2 caravans that I wanted out here. It's easier to do the caravans when you're standing next to the outposts if you've got a bunch of them to set up because you don't have to scroll the map as much. So, I think I'm mostly done for this episode. I guess I could set this up. I'm just trying to stretch the episode out till I've got a good 3 hours? Yeah, 3 hours of hands-off time so that when I come back I'll have the stuff from assembly too, which is gearboxes, yeah, gearboxes, brakes, and shafts to set up as a new build, and it won't just be another episode of making more of what I've done before. So yeah, back after I've set up the some additional hot air production that I won't be using for a while. Alright, I'm going to have to come back and refactor this coal patch a bit to extract more lines from it. Probably redo a lot of these to be electric miners rather than what they are right now. But for the moment, I'm pretty happy where I'm at. I've got some additional hot air production set up. I'm not exactly sure how much I need for logistics, but I definitely know it's more than double what I had previously. So, yeah, pretty happy with that. And there's definitely other places that I can exploit for more rock coal. I just wanted to use this place since I've already got a bunch of it set up. So let's see. Now we're looking pretty good to go into hands-off mode. Science is still blazing away. Let's check how my research switch is looking. What's the number for my Rauk count? 91. So yeah, I've burned through what I had pretty fast. Partially just because I set up this latex depot, so the latex storage sucked up a whole bunch of Rauks. And I really didn't, I mean, I had 1,000 buffered here, which sounds like a lot, but is not that much in the grand scheme of things. I think what am I making right now? Rauks. Over 1 a second, 1 and 1 1/3 a second. So yeah, 1,000 is a lot, but not an incredible amount. So I guess I will go into hands-off mode. Let me dump some inventory and start the timer. Thank you so much for joining me. Next time we'll definitely be doing something new. Yeah, see you then.